everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Richard Lewis Show. I'm, of course, Richard Lewis. Sam's still around. He's still here. He's lurking in the background. I can hear the bong, the electric bong, firing up in the background while we listen to some 3-6 Mafia. How you doing, brother?
Still a bit stuffy, like.
Yeah.
I'm very sniffly. But I don't feel ill. I think I've just given myself bronchitis or something. Who knows?
Bronchitis.
Yeah, bronchitis.
It can happen. If you smoke too much, you can get things wrong with you. Who knew that?
Well, sometimes shit gets real, mate. We all got our demons.
Yeah, yours is just all of them.
Yeah, I love a demon. I just love a demon.
Yeah, that is your biggest demon, is that you love demons. If you could conquer that, I think you'd be all right, mate. But anyway, so look, dude, I'll be honest with you. It's not a well-planned show. It's really not. There's like disparate parts. So people probably don't know this, but what I do is when I plan a show, I kind of do roadmap it. So you might notice recurring themes at the beginning and the end, and like I do try and lay it out in a way that makes the podcast kind of vaguely cohesive. It's not just a bunch of links thrown together at the last minute, but this show is that. So, because I didn't know if I was going to do one. I started drinking again after after last night. Why? So, I don't know. I've got demons. I love a demon.
Just love a demon.
Yeah, I love a demon, mate. So, so I like smashed in a bottle of wine and fucking bunch of other beers and shit. So I'm not at my sharpest, right? So what I think I'm going to do is I think we'll pick out some stuff that I think is vaguely funny, and we'll just try and riff on it. And if it goes wrong, then
just go to bed an hour and a half anyway and forget it.
Yeah. We'll just delete the VOD.
Yeah.
We'll just straight delete the VOD and pretend that none of this ever happened.
Never
I mean, at least
done that before. Nah,
I've never done that. Right. But at least Twitch is working today, right? So we got that.
No, today's working. We've only got half the viewers we did have yesterday, of course. No one's asked today.
Gotta love Twitch.
Sake.
Throttled, of course. Definitely throttled. 100% throttled. Loads of there is some interesting shit to talk about. Now, I live in Georgia, right? Okay, so I live here in Atlanta, Georgia. I think it's great down here. I love this state. I love this city. I love this community and everything. Got to say, over in Cobb County, this guy, what the fuck was he thinking? So a police officer pulled over a driver, a female driver, and tried to calm her down because she was super nervous. Because, if you've ever been on the internet, you know that all these like mad shootings always happen at traffic stops, right? I mean, pretty much.
Do they?
A lot of them do, yeah.
Well, you just stop, someone just blows your head off and then drives away.
No, because what happens is the policeman pulls you over, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And you're in a car, aren't you? And they don't it's in the car. So any
just have like a shotgun under the window and shit.
Puts them on fucking high alert, doesn't it? And people panic because they've seen those videos a million times over of just, he's reaching. It's like, you're just getting your license out or whatever, and you get blown away. So everyone's like mega nervous at the moment, right? So this copper, that's British for police officer, this police officer tried to calm this woman down because she was super nervous about getting shot. Do you know how he did that, Sam?
By shooting her in the head.
No.
No. The classic American route, man.
He
Calm
said,
down!
This is mental. This is truly mental, right? He said, remember, we only kill black people.
What do you mean?
We only kill black people, right? There's a video of it. I mean, I don't know what this fucking guy is thinking saying that. It is actually fucking this guy's got to go now. Like, but bye. Like, what? Why? How would that calm anyone down anyway? Like, even if you're not black, right, okay, so that...
Oh, good to hear you're super reasonable. Like, yeah, don't worry, we're just super unreasonable bigots that slay people based on the colour of their skin.
It's like if someone said to you, right? If someone said to you, don't worry, I only kill fat people. Sounds. Yeah, all right, let's get a cup of tea. Fuck off. You'd be terrified still, wouldn't you? Wouldn't help. But anyway, here's the video of it on this website, which is the Cleveland
Cleveland.com.
Cleveland.com. Great site. So you
website.
just play this.
Can't even load the other one.
Yeah, I know it's a mega shit player. It's like one of those.
All
right, okay, well you just run it. I'll
woman says she
hopefully
was
catch
afraid
it.
to move her hands.
Remember, we only kill black
I've already
people.
listened to it.
Yeah, we only kill black people, right?
Oh, he does so
Exclusive dash cam
sarcastic.
video. New at 6, the officer is trying to explain himself.
I mean, yeah, but still.
Oh no, yeah, but at first it sounded like he was arguing, like she had just said, "You kill black people."
Oh no.
Coverage you can count on.
Good evening, I'm
Coverage you can count on.
Only Channel 2
Big old Justin
video
Farmer,
of a
like.
DUI stop. Now, we want you to listen because it's the officer's words, not his actions here, that have him under an internal investigation. Channel 2's investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live at Cobb County Police Headquarters. And Mark, the officer's attorney says he was only trying to get that woman to comply.
Trying to get her to comply.
We're led to believe the officer was eager, in fact, to tell his side, to go on camera, but his attorney intervened. We do, however, have a detailed statement from that attorney, but first the video.
Use your phone. It's in your lap right there.
I just don't want to put my hands down. I'm really sorry.
You're just really slow.
No. I've just seen way too many videos of problems.
But you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only
What?
kill black people, right? All the videos you've seen, have you seen any white people get killed? You have.
The statements
What
made by an
the
individual,
fuck?
and they're not indicative
It's
of
so
their
fucking bad. How is
and
anyone
facts
defending
that
this?
surround the Cobb
That's
County Police
mental,
Department and this
man.
county in general.
Cobb County Police Chief Mike Register says after we
At the
see
start, I
the
thought surely that's got to be out of
command staff
context.
look at the
Nah,
dash cam
it's
video,
even worse.
and he opened an internal investigation Friday.
No matter what context it was said in, it should not have been said.
Register says the speaker is Lieutenant Greg Abbott and indicated he has been assigned to administrative duties pending the outcome of the investigation.
We're not making excuses. We're meeting this head on, and we're going to deal with it.
Register says the recording is part of a DUI stop, and a female passenger indicates she was hesitant to put her hands down to pick up a cell phone because she didn't want to get shot. Lawyer Suri Chata Jimenez says he represented the driver in the DUI case.
It makes you cringe when you hear it.
Chata Jimenez
Sure
says the
does.
officer was being sarcastic after the passenger gave him some lip, but the fear minorities have when stopped is real.
But it's still unacceptable.
The chief says Abbott has been a heretofore good officer and he's not aware of any racial bias complaints. Register says the incident occurred last year before he became chief and before an International Association of Chiefs of Police report giving the comparable rating, but also mentioning a perception of discriminatory and biased policing. He says the brass
Well, this'll surely help that.
a faith forum,
Just a perception, of course.
discussion groups,
Yeah, just a
training
perception.
changes, and more.
We are going to keep going forward to make sure that we, as a police department, service the community in the most professional way, all segments of the community.
And his attorney, Lance LaRusso, sent me
Great name for an
a text with
attorney.
a statement. He says that Abbott
Lance
is a highly respected
LaRusso.
27-year veteran of the Cobb County Police Department. Quote, he is cooperating with the department's internal investigation and will continue to do so. His comments must be observed in their totality to understand their context. He was attempting to de-escalate a situation involving an uncooperative passenger. In context, his comments were clearly aimed at attempting to gain compliance by using the passenger's own statements.
She
and
didn't bring
reasoning.
up anything
Reporting
about
live
black
outside Cobb
people.
Police
Dude.
Headquarters, Mark
That's a
Winnie,
terrible
WFAN.
defense. So, look, at a time, right, where police are already under like ridiculous amounts of scrutiny because of the few bad apples. And look, my views on this whole thing, anyone who watched the podcast we did with Donut Operator knows this, right? Like, at the end of the day, I think there's a problem with policing in general in America. I think the police are a little bit too fucking trigger happy and a little bit too overzealous in their policing with civilians. They see civilians constantly as a threat when they're probably not. I don't think it's necessarily racially motivated. I think it's just police out here are just wild as fuck. They wilding out here. You know what I mean? Like that's legit what I think is going on. But that being said, this shit is so fucking retarded to like there's two ways of viewing this. Either he's being serious, which is horrifying. I mean, that's actually horrifying to think about. Or he's making a joke, which I still kind of think is horrifying. Like, I don't know. Am I overreacting, Sam?
No, it is just 100% fucking mental. Like, you definitely cannot say that.
Like, the thing is as well, like, he didn't just like slip it in once. Like, he said, like, you seen all his videos? You seen all his like, motherfucker, what are you doing? Like, so yeah, for me, and I've said this as well. One of the problems you've got in America with the whole policing thing is that they never seem to get sent down. You know, they never. They go on administrative leave. They go on training. They get a demotion. They never like go to fucking jail, or they never get. Very rarely do they get fired. This guy has got to fucking go. Like, I mean, like, you can't have him on the street. He's got to go. Like, he has got to go. There's just like, you are not fit to wear a uniform. Because I mean, even if you're being sarcastic, there's a time for sarcasm. There's a time for humor. There's a type of humor that you should use.
Certainly like racist humor,
yeah. Just putting that out there. Not a time.
Some knock jokes. You know, keep it simple. Some one-liners. Let's not go for racism, shall we?
It's just absolutely so mental. Like, that is just one of the wildest things I think I've ever seen a copper say, like, ever. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, like. They've got to put a defense in court now trying to explain why it was okay for him to say that, which it wasn't. And this is the best they can do, is that they said, well, he's never had any complaints about racism made against him in the past.
Never caught him doing it before.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Imagine that being the defense. Jimmy Savile. No one caught Jimmy Savile doing it. But he still fucked all them kids.
Still had that ring from an eye.
Yeah, and still took a glass eye from a corpse he sexually molested and made it into a piece of jewelry. Didn't catch him though. Never caught him before, so it's all fair game.
Can't be a nonce. Never caught him.
So yeah, that's unreal, and I hope that copper gets absolutely fucking wrecked. Like, not fit to wear the uniform, not fit to hold a badge. Absolute horrifying shit. So, you know, while we're kind of on the subject of race, obviously it's a sensitive issue. It's a hot button topic at the moment. And when you get things like that, where I think that is a textbook example of racism that should carry a serious penalty to it, there's other examples which you think maybe people are just overreacting just a little bit. So there was this thing over at Ole Miss Greek in Lafayette County. They did this thing where it's like a Greek life retreat at a camp called Camp Hopewell. So a bunch of students go out there, and basically where a group of black students had been situated in their like dormitory, they came out and found a banana peel in a tree. And this sparked a huge panic about racism on campus, and there was an investigation and all of this stuff. Well, anyway, it was a senior accounting major, Ryan Swanson, who was also on the retreat. He just couldn't find a trash can. And because he knows bananas are biodegradable, he just put it near a tree, thinking, here you go, Mr. Tree, have a banana peel and just absorb that nutrients, right? And everyone just lost their fucking minds. So you can see the write-up of it here at the DM online. Absolutely ridiculous. First of all, I'll just read you just extracts from it. And it just seems mad to me that finding a banana peel...
Yeah, I was going to say, so just because there was a banana peel, this is racist?
Yeah, I mean, that's the direction they took it in. So look, to be clear, this is the statement from the interim director of fraternity and sorority life. To be clear, many members of our community were hurt, frightened, and upset by what occurred. Because of the underlying reality many students of color endure on a daily basis, the conversation manifested into a larger conversation about race relations today at the University of Mississippi. So keep in mind, what prompted this conversation was finding a banana peel in a tree. Not tied up, not written on, just thrown away. And this is the other thing as well. The people got upset because on the morning after the incident had happened, on the breakfast option there was a fruit cart with bananas on it, and people thought this was like, yeah, I know, it's mad. Look, the overall tone was heavy, is what they said in the
It was a very banana vibe on this trip, I must say. Why? I saw a banana and a banana peel.
Yeah, yeah, that was it. So you can see as well. One of the students that they interviewed said it was so strange and surreal to see that banana peel in the tree. We were all paranoid for a second. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Then another student said, this is Taylor Dumpson, the first female black student government president. I can see that. So anyway, the black female student president, the first in the history, which, as I said, suggests that progress is being made at this particular campus, said that after when she saw the banana peel, that to me was a slap in the face to see that banana hanging in a tree. She said, and it wasn't hanging, it was just thrown. You can see from the picture. So basically, the guy who put it there, like when he realized there was all this uproar and people panicking about it being a racist incident, the student came out and said, yo, guys, I threw the banana peel in a tree because I couldn't find a trash can anywhere. And okay, they had a big discussion about it, where they were talking about how bananas have been used historically to demean black people. All right, so yeah, the student who had thrown the banana peel into the tree got up and gave an apology to the assembled student body. Right, and said, I want to sincerely apologize for the events that took place. The event being he threw a banana peel away. Although unintentional, there is no excuse for the pain that was caused to members of our community. I want to thank my friends in the NPHC for their candid and constructive conversations that we've continued to have. I have much to learn about the disposal of banana peels, and look forward to doing such, and encourage all members of our university community to do the same. We must all keep in mind how our actions affect those around us differently. So, you know, I don't. He's well-meaning, obviously, but come on, never apologize for a fucking banana peel. Come on, mate.
Yeah, I'd like to apologize for your mental illness.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you've completely overreacted, and I am very sorry about that. Right, very sorry. So I thought that was ridiculous as well. But you know, I did see something on YouTube, right? You know, we've been talking a lot on YouTube about how this whole demonetization thing is affecting everybody. It's pretty broad, you know, like everybody's getting demonetized. Well, I thought this was interesting. I saw an article over at guns.com. And I don't regularly read guns.com, even though
something you regular guns.
Guns.
I like guns.
Well, the thing is, I do like guns, and you know, I support the Second Amendment.
Like guns.
Yeah, no, I had a long discussion with this with DDK the other day. He I don't think he necessarily likes the Second Amendment very much. I used to be anti-Second Amendment, and I'm all for the Second Amendment now.
Now you are woke.
Yeah, no. It makes sense if you look at American history, is what I would say. I'm not saying necessarily it's appropriate for every country, but I think for America, yeah, it makes total sense. So, you know, and I like to shoot. You know, this isn't a secret, and it's not like I'm always like flashing guns around or whatever, because you know, I'm some fucking pathetic manlet who can't even lift the same amount of weight that a 9-year-old child can. You know, I'm not doing it to like make up for my own bodily insecurities. I just
Rich
think
Stanton, you little rat.
yeah, I just think guns are you know, okay. They're all right with me. So anyway, there's this website guns.com, and what they found is that the reason that a lot of these you see these videos which look innocuous enough and they're getting demonetized. Gaming channels have been hit with demonetization. Well, it's because they're showing guns in first-person shooter games. And obviously, think about this. First of all, YouTube is primarily a gaming channel, right? Like, first and foremost. It's a gaming platform. People talk about games. People broadcast their game footage. People put footage of gameplay on there. Let's Play is something that is inherent to the YouTube universe. And a huge amount of games that come out are first-person shooters. I mean, ad infinitum, the Call of Duty series, one of the biggest selling gaming franchises. A lot of popular games that are coming out right now, all first-person shooters, or have guns in them, or shooters in some form. Not just first-person, but third-person shooters. Now, if you even talk about these games, it flags if the metadata is flagged, because my PUBG Battlegrounds videos, which include minuscule shots of footage, and I think there's some where there's no game footage and just me talking, all demonetized, all banned, which I think is very interesting. And you can see this is a confirmation of that happening. And people have been demonetized for Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, anything like that. But what I felt was interesting about it is we've got these people who have done these huge $100,000 broadcasting deals, $1 million deals in some cases, with YouTube to broadcast Counter-Strike tournaments and Call of Duty tournaments. But you can't show the VOD. You can't make money from the game that they're broadcasting. Do you know what I mean? So it seems completely ridiculous that they would go this way. It's outrageous. Like, and I'm probably going to be having a word and saying to, because this is one thing I didn't foresee. I thought when YouTube came in and acted as a rival to Twitch in the broadcasting sphere, I was like, well, this will be a good thing, because I'm a big believer in competition brings the best out of people, and monopolies eventually all become corrupt and stop serving the people. You can have monopolies that work and are very functional for long periods of time, but generally speaking, they go on to become bad things. That's why many people are adverse to the idea of monopolies, why business practices are adverse to the idea of monopolies, and what constitutes a monopoly. So I would definitely like ESL and Face It and whoever else has done fucking business with YouTube come out and be like, wait a minute, this is something that's completely new. The players that play in our tournaments that you're broadcasting and paying us for, if they upload a video of that same gameplay footage to their YouTube channel, you demonetize them for it. You either support what we're doing or you don't, right? I think that makes sense. Like, to be logically consistent with it. But they don't seem to. I don't know. Like, no one's brought that up yet. No one's mentioned that. But this is definitely happening. If your game has a gun in it, if your gameplay footage has a gun in it, you can't put ads on it. You cannot make money on it. And that, to me, seems absolutely ridiculous. Now, if you want to also sort of combine, like, I thought we were moving forward with these attitudes of, violent games. Like, I have no idea why we're sort of regressing and heading backwards. But I saw the International Olympic Committee president said he was into the idea of esports, but he was against the idea of violent video games. Okay? Which is like something from the fucking 90s. Right, this is the report here at Esports Observer, and you can see his quotes here. He said, there would be high interest for people who play simulations of football or other sports, especially if it results in the playing sports in the real world. But he said, we want to promote non-discrimination, non-violence, and peace among people. This doesn't match with video games, which are about violence, explosions, and killing. And there we have to draw a clear line. So I don't understand this stance. You know, let's think about the Olympic sports that they have. The javelin, that was a weapon.
Fencing.
That is swords. Archery, the original ranged weapon. Or maybe javelins actually do
That's
predate
shooting, right? Just straight gun shoots.
Shooting is in there. Haven't they got like wrestling?
Yeah, boxing.
Yeah. Which my understanding is that the Greco-Roman wrestling doesn't it deviate from pancration, or as Americans pronounce it pancration for some reason, which is like one of the original no holds barred MMAs. So, and they don't even clarify what is violence, right? Yeah, I mean, look, there's a fucking long list here.
Judo,
Judo, boxing. He did also type skeet, which is funny. Skeet.
Skeeting.
And so he doesn't even say what constitutes violence. Like, surely no one takes Overwatch. I mean, obviously no one takes Overwatch seriously, but I mean, like, in terms of violence, it's really cartoony. Nobody dies. There's respawns. Yeah. So is the issue just Counter-Strike again? You know? So the whole thing just seems a really ridiculous standpoint, and I do not understand it, because it's been, again, proven, another study, that violent video games don't cause violence. There was a study recently that came out, yet another one, that just proves that it doesn't even cause aggression. Here we go. This was a longitudinal study in July that came out. It shows it doesn't even cause aggression in later stages if children are exposed to violent video games. The science isn't there. It's never been there to support this idea that violent video games is somehow a corrupting influence on people who play them. The science just isn't there for it. So I don't understand the standpoint. Do they really think that people are going to get divided over Counter-Strike, and like they're going to watch like, you know, the Japanese team taking on, I don't know, let's say the North Korean team, right? Like, that's going to
have a team, mate.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, bad example. But you know, two nations are going to be playing Counter-Strike, and everyone's like, fucking hell! I just realized I can run around with guns and kill people now. Fuck it, I'm out. Don't want to watch the Olympics anymore. I just want to go kill a bunch of fucking strangers. You know, it's so ridiculous. And put it this way. Why? And I know why. It's about money, of course. It's always about fucking money. Why are we even talking about us being an Olympic sport? Like the Olympics, this outdate.
Olympics, like why? Like, nobody wants that shit, surely.
Yeah, it's insane.
The only people who want that are like the team owners, because they know it'll be good press.
Yeah, and I got it, and the money. Look, I've talked about this before. I remember when I was involved in like UK sports many years ago, and everybody wanted to get classified as an Olympic recognized sport, and I was like, why? We don't need it. We're going to good places without it. Esports is going to be its own thing. Trust me, keep the faith. And they were like, yeah, but we can qualify for all of these grants, and that's what people wanted. The money. It turned on the money tap. So you could effectively fund an organization with government money. That's why they wanted it. It doesn't behoove anybody to be labeled
on like land center with a grant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it doesn't behoove anybody to have the label, you know, in esports terms, to have the label Olympic sport attached to you, because with that money, with the acceptance of that money, comes all these like mad Olympic standards. Who wants that shit? Do you know what I mean? I'm against drugs testing in esports until we know what drugs are actually performance enhancing in esports. Conduct your studies and then come back with your findings, and then make appropriate laws. Anyone just following the fucking WADA doping And then they don't even follow it. They go, yeah, I suppose we'll have to let marijuana slide. Damn right you will. Damn fucking right, because you won't find many fucking hardcore gamers who don't like to get a fucking blaze on the go. Right, speaking of ridiculous, this is it. We're gonna get shut down, Sam. This is it. This is where you can see they're fiddling with us. Twitch are fiddling with us. They're poking the buttons. They're trying to stop us doing this show. It's happening. It's happening. I'm telling you. But I'm going to talk about something that happened on YouTube, right? Now, you know that YouTube have been sort of fiddling with what trends and what doesn't. And certain people aren't allowed to trend. H3H3 are one of the examples of a huge, millions of followers YouTuber that isn't allowed to trend in America. And funnily enough, when Ethan brought this up on his Twitter, immediately that day, a random video of theirs, not the video that made sense, not the video of them announcing that they'd won their lawsuit, but like some other video after it, trended. Right? And it's clear it's manipulated. You look at some of the stuff that's trending, it doesn't have a lot of views. You're like, why is that trending? And YouTube just say there are many criteria for what makes a video trend. Okay, first of all, before I even analyze that statement, do we know what a trend is? Hands up if anybody knows what a trend is. All right? Do we all know? Okay, so let me just tell you. I'm going to read you the exact dictionary definition here. A trend is a fashion or something changing and developing in a general direction. Okay? Something that is taken up by many people to qualify to be described as one of those things, be it the noun or the verb. All right? That is a trend. A trend cannot happen if one person does it. A trend cannot happen if 1,000 people do it. A trend has to have a significant amount of people to be identified as such. A fashion is not a fashion if it's just you. That's just you being a quirky, oh, look at me dressing like a fucking retard because I don't have a personality.
It's just you being a media student.
Yes.
A liberal arts degree.
Yes. So that is a trend. That is what everybody accepts as a trend. So when something is trending and it's got no views, it's not a trend, is it? I mean, it's not trending. You might make it trend by forcing it down everyone's throats, but it's not a trend. So there's that. But YouTube say there's many criteria. The biggest criteria, Sam, is cash. It's cash, isn't it? It's how much money you are willing to pay for YouTube to push and promote you. And obviously, they got their own agenda now. I mean, YouTube is wearing its agenda on its sleeve, and that's fucking fine. Again, private company, you do what you fucking want. Not saying differently. I love how people always miss that part out. Like, I am one of the people who was standing here saying that, not getting sucked into the censorship hysteria, and then the same comment on every video on YouTube. If you don't like YouTube, just leave. Never said that's not an option. Never said that isn't the right thing to do. Yeah, well, YouTube can do what they want. They're a private company. Yeah, they can. They absolutely can. No one said differently. Get out my comment section, you fucking moron. Right? So
you heard, but it's got to. But something trended the other day that made fucking. Why would this trend? And I know why it trended. YouTube played a fucking blinder with this. So Alex Jones did a video. This is it. Shut it down. Shut it down. Yeah, it's coming, Alex
mate.
Jones made a video from a science lab where there was people in test tubes gasping for air.
All right, let me tell you first of all. Do you remember that mentally ill person who, like, every time I mentioned on Twitter now, he just tweets about how he won't support whatever it is, like nobody cares. The guy who's pretending to be a lawyer, Alex Stephen 8 or whatever he was called.
No,
remember that guy?
He sounds mentally ill.
Yeah, he's mentally ill. Do you know what tipped him over the edge? He was a lifelong fan, and then it was that one where I retweeted a guy who said,
"Oh, that Alex Jones deserved an apology."
Right,
yeah,
because he was right about like the CIA using microwaves to
listening
spy on
on
you.
things.
Yeah.
right? So I retweeted some. I didn't retweet InfoWars or Alex Jones. Never retweets on endorsements. You know what I mean? And that guy just went mental and just had a complete mental breakdown. Go, why are you retweeting InfoWars? I'm not. I didn't do that. But the person you retweeted did. Yeah. So that.
Calm down, man.
So anyway, his mind snapped, like, and he's still there now. Like, I got announced for that ESPN thing in PAX, and he's like, I, for one, will not be watching it. Yeah, it's not broadcast, mate. So, Richard Lewis is a bigot. All right, okay, I'm a bigot because I retweeted a guy who had said Alex Jones deserves an apology, right? So I know Alex Jones is mental. I don't think I've ever said different. Have I ever said anything other than Alex Jones is mental?
No, he's funny and mental.
Yeah, he's mad funny and mental. And that's the thing. It's like, it's funny when he's on fucking Joe Rogan talking about, and the scientists now, they believe that we've got 12 dimensions. This is all the science. All the science points to this. And there's this sub-frequency down here in the third dimension. And that's where they say that the demons reside. And what the demons want to do is you see, there's an elite pedophile conspiracy, and it's like, right, okay.
Pedophile, blood-sucking vampires are coming to your houses to steal your kids.
And I am like, right, I'm fucking strapped in now. I am fucking, I'm strapped in. I want to listen to fucking Alex Jones. So I know
fire at the bong and tell me what the fuck these lizards are doing, Alex.
So, those Sandy Hook people, I'm just saying they look a lot like actors. They were doing these drills, like fucking. He's mental. He's fucking mental. Obviously, he's mental.
Lizard people.
So, but I'll listen to him, and whatever you want to say, he's a fucking personality. He's a personality. You don't have to listen to him and believe anything he says, but he's entitled to say it. I don't think Alex Jones has ever crossed a line in the sense of doing something criminal. I think it's horrible what he did to the parents, to the victims of the children, by sort of calling their story into credibility. And somebody with that kind of audience does need to be responsible, because, you will inspire the odd mentally ill person. I'm not saying he's directly responsible for anything they do, but you've got to kind of, great power, great responsibility, all that cliche bullshit. You got to fucking walk a line and try and figure it out, right? And I don't think Alex Jones gives a fuck. I think he just says whatever the fuck he wants, and he tries to pass it off as, he tries to pass free inquiry off as hard-hitting news, and they're not the fucking same thing at all. And some of the things he says are just so honestly laughable and risible that you just like, I can't even listen to this. It's retarded. Like, I mean, and this is the thing as well. He gives platforms to guests who are even more mental than him. Like, did you see that guy he had on who said that there was, like, what was it? A fucking children being abducted and sent to a worker colony on Mars to do work on behalf of the government. Like, he had a guest on. It was like going, I used to work for NASA or whatever it was. And he was like fucking literally saying, all those missing kids that we get every year, they're not at the bottom of swamps or fucking in people's walls or basements or whatever. They're on Mars.
Fucking
like hitting rocks with fucking pickaxes, like that scene in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Number one, if you were getting slaves to mine rocks on Mars, why would you take kids? They're the shittest slaves. Wouldn't you take some big, strong men?
That's what I'd be abducting.
Yeah. I'd be taking some of the UFC roster out.
Yeah, I've got to. Maybe that's why he was at Joe Rogan's place. I got to doing a scout party for his friend. I got to I got to break up a bunch of fucking rocks on Mars. These tiny little kids will do it. There you go. Here's a pickaxe.
There you go. Britt Lamb swing his pickaxe, try not to smash your wrists to bits.
So anyway, he has. Look. InfoWars is what it is. I think if you fucking watch InfoWars and you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I get my worldview from this, you're probably fucked. You're probably a danger to society, honestly. But if you disseminate information and pick parts out and have a critical mind and basically treat 90% of what Alex Jones says as sort of comedy. Because where I tapped out with Alex Jones was when he started crying about having seen the frog person.
Yeah.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should play it.
I'm always down to watch that again.
Yeah, I'm always down to watch it, just in case people don't realize. So somebody put some music over it, a YouTuber called Todd Dracula. So here you go. So just in case you haven't seen this is like when I tapped out with Alex Jones, when he started talking about how he got invited into a secret lab and he saw that they were making human fish hybrids. God, he really said this. But yeah, just put
3,
this.
2, 1, go. 100% copyright strike for this as well.
I was told by a genetic engineer.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I would not monetize anyway.
About a project they were on in England once, and I never told the story on air because it's so fantastical. Oh, God. They had in tanks people with gills, and they're little babies, and they were in there just gulping, clawing at the sides. You see a turtle at the zoo, and it wants out, and you feel for it. They got humanoids crossed with fish and stuff. I mean, we are screwed, people. I mean, do you understand that?
His head's got.
So yeah, his box has gone, hasn't it? That's all, mate. Now look, I'm not saying that they haven't tried to, big companies haven't tried to like cross-splice human and animal DNA. It's quite well documented that we've done that. And I remember actually reading about fucking, was it Nestle? They tried to make human breast milk come out of cows.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was for a marketing thing. Let me just say, I'll bring that up because now I sound like fucking human breast milk from cows. I think it was Nestle. Was it Nestle? Yeah, it was a Nestle program. And I think they were trying to make genetically modified cows that fucking produce human milk, which is that's. Whatever, you do what you want to do. I'm your side.
You do what you want to do. You fucking do our weird shit that way over there, mate. Yeah.
I'm saying it's Nestle. I'm sure Nestle were involved somewhere along the line. I might just have made that up.
Well, allegedly, Nestle did not partake in DNA.
Hey, look, as long as they keep making fucking those straight fire breakfast cereals, they can fucking
keep pumping out those motherfucking Cocoa Pops.
I don't know. If you look at Nestle, right, they're one of the most evil companies on planet Earth. That I do know. This is definitely well documented that Nestle are just scumbags. But let's have a look at the cereals they make. They got a pretty good roster. This isn't a paid segment, by the way, but they make Golden Grahams, banging, Shreddies, banging, Cheerios,
average,
bang, average,
but Cheerios
what are you
are
talking
average.
about? What are you talking about? Cheerios are not, mate. Cheerios.
Yeah, in the tier list of all of the cereals, mate, they wouldn't even make my top fucking 7.
What's your top cereal?
Fucking hell, you ripped me out of nowhere now, mate. What's my number 1 cereal of all time?
Bet Nestle. I bet it ain't Kellogg's.
I don't know what is. I don't know. What is the number 1 cereal? I didn't expect that out of nowhere, but I know what it fucking is, but fucking golden nuggets, but that fucking the guy who's a fucking cowboy. Yeah. That is large.
Golden nuggets. Fucking Nestle.
Oh, rats.
Yeah, they got you by the balls. They got you by the balls with their delicious cereals. And all the unethical shit they do. They do Cookie Crisps.
Go for a bowl of golden nuggets right now.
Yeah, you see, you got wrecked. You got played by Nestle, dude. You can't even condemn them, even if they're into all this mad, freaky genetic modifying shit and fucking programs that fucking kill people in fucking Africa and all sorts. They're crazy. They're a crazy company. Hang on, let me just list some controversies. I feel like I got to qualify because I'm saying all this shit. 5 shocking scandals that prove it's time to boycott Nestle. This sounds good. Oh, right, okay. So one of them is child slavery. So yeah, they're pretty bad. So yeah, they're pretty. That turns out they're pretty bad. This is
but those nuggies are fucking mint.
Life as a capitalist is hard. You know, you got to make these decisions. You got to make these decisions. So you go, right? Look, infant formula. This was the number 1 controversy. Well, what it was doing is it was right. once breastfeeding women started weaning and moved to formula, they were told by Nestle you can't go back because they made all these arguments that there was like increased health risks and stuff. So they were basically like forcing people to use formula over breast milk in third world countries, and it was super expensive. Then it says here they use child labor in the cocoa plantations, and that they do business with companies that use child slave labor to get their chocolate. They bust up unions. I mean, loads of businesses do this, loads of big businesses. So yeah, they don't have to obey labor practices in Colombia and they've got factories that they use in Colombia, North Korea, and China. Those three big proponents of workers' rights.
Yeah.
Right there. They also, I don't even know what this palm oil thing.
That's about the fucking orangutans. I remember that shit. That was big when I was a kid.
Right.
Because I think they just chopped down a huge part of the rainforest. Like, I think it's in trees, the oil is. So they just wreck trees down, and then apparently that's where the orangutans live, like they're fuming about it.
And listen, right, like, how can anyone fuck with an orangutan?
I know, come on.
They're sound. They are fucking sound. Remember that film with Clint Eastwood? Every Which Way But Loose?
Yeah.
With Clyde, the orangutan. That was great. Love that. They're all good. They can act.
Think of Clyde, like.
Think of Clyde. And then 5, water exploitation, the classic. So Nestle says here, California is the latest victim of Nestle's highly profitable bottled water division, but it likely won't be the last. At NPR in 2013, Thomas Andrew Gustafson explained why bottled water can't be produced sustainably, but it hasn't stopped Nestle and other firms from getting involved in the multi-billion-dollar industry. The water footprint behind a single bottle can be as much as 7 times higher than the actual content of the bottle, a chilling thought for environmental advocates. So Nestle, right, is all I'm saying. But they make the fucking golden nuggets, dog. What are you gonna do?
Make the nuggies. Like, I'm just going to have to get them, and
So anyway, my point being, getting back to Alex Jones and the fish people, my point is, like, I'm not saying there aren't scientists out there trying to merge human and animal DNA, but Alex Jones never saw that fish person. I'm gonna go on the record and say Alex Jones made that up. He's just mentally ill. Like, that's just unreal that he would make that up and cry about it. Like, you've got to be pathological. But anyway, so why are we talking about Alex Jones? So there was this video. It trended. It trended at number 10 on the front page of YouTube. And I can't believe that it trended. And people were tweeting at me going, have you seen this? An Alex Jones video is trending on YouTube. And I think YouTube did it deliberately because this video is retarded. It is so fucking retarded. I can't believe it that it trended. And I think YouTube just pushed this through because it serves 2 functions. It says, hey, look, we're not biased. We'll let anything through. And second of all, it shows that, Alex Jones and conservative media are all retarded because this is really bad. So the video, in case you're wondering what it was entitled, Is This Final Proof Michelle Obama is a Man?
Oh, why is that the one, though? Couldn't have been the CIA listening through TV one, could it?
No. Is this final proof that Michelle Obama is a man? The number 1 video on the web. That's the title. This trended on YouTube. I got it here, right, Sam? Now, here's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever delved into like conspiracy shit. Occasionally
Definitely not the one that Michelle Obama's a man.
Well, I like to occasionally dig into it. You go to Reddit conspiracy. There's a few conspiracy websites and stuff. Like, I just like to see what mental people are saying. Like, and just kind of like, holy fucking shit, that's out there, And the Michelle Obama being a man has been around for a while now. Here's the evidence. Okay, there's been some footage. There's been some footage of her with a bulge in her dress.
That's it.
No. There's 3 other things that the conspiracy theorists thought. So you got footage of a dress looking like it's got a bulge in it, right? On like 2 occasions. I think there was one where she went on Ellen. She did a dance on Ellen. And as she was dancing, the dress moved a certain way. I actually saw a YouTube video of a guy narrating it, and he was going, "The Winkie's moving." What?
You gotta find that one.
Like, hang on, it was that was a video. Barber dancing.
He's moving.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So hang on, is this it? Is this the guy? No. Michelle Obama dancing. Ellen. Okay. It's probably been took off. Is this it? I break it down.
I'll search Michelle Obama Winkie moving.
Yeah, I should have fucking. I'm sure I sent it to you ages ago. You know, I'm sure I was drunk and I was like, just look how unreasonable this is. You know. YouTube. But yeah, anyway, this guy was narrating it, and he was literally just going, "The Winkie moving. Look at that Winkie moving," over and over. And yeah, look, I'll let you. I guess you can have a look.
Is this it, mate? Please tell me this is it.
Put it on for me. Yeah, it is. It is great.
Oh, what a beaut.
Put it on. Put it on. Like, put it on. Put it on. Like, just play this. It's all ridiculous. Like, who believes this? Like, why is the video called "Michelle Penis was big on L"? Why is this? Why is this?
I literally googled Michelle Obama Winkie.
Right. I'll tell you the bit where he's actually doing the narration, though, because you'll enjoy it. Right. It's a bit where she's dancing. Is this it? Is it the Winkie moving?
You're not gonna believe this. I tried to avoid this, Michelle. Girl, you should have went on Helen's show with the white.
Wait, I'll tell you where to skip to.
Alright, go to 0, and we'll just play it for a bit, and then we'll skip. Right.
You're not gonna believe this. I tried to avoid this, Michelle. Girl, you shouldn't have went on Helen's show with them white pants on. Unfortunately, we saw Michelle penis on Helen. I didn't want to go there. I tried to avoid it.
So yeah, you want to skip to 4:35. This is when he really starts to do the narration.
She was doing this.
Yeah.
Right. Ready?
Yep.
3,
I'm ready.
2, 1, go.
I may stop it.
And some wiener thrusting. See, Helen said if her mic fall, her weenie touch it. Watch this. Here we go. Here go the Winkie. Right there. Look at it. Tell me that ain't Winkie. Here it is. It's moving. It's moving. There you go. Oh, yeah. That Winkie moving. That Winkie moving, Michelle. You shouldn't have came on with the white pants and gave away. That's a Winkie.
That's a
Go
Winkie.
girl with the Winkie.
That's a Winkie.
She grabbed her cross right there.
That's a Winkie.
There you go, Michelle. Get your hook on, girl.
That's a Winkie.
Dude, whatever you are.
That's a
Hey,
Winkie.
you don't see a buzz right there. Tell me you don't see a buzz right there. That all I'm saying is though, I looked at the video.
Right, so
and over.
that has been seen 7 million times, by the way, dude.
I'm gonna have to go out.
So anyway, I fucking
that is a freaking buzz.
When I saw all the so that is
I thought it was 12 inches, but I'm gonna go like 9 inches.
Evidence, exhibit number 1. That is literally what people cite as being evidence that she's a man. The other thing is
moving.
You know the comedian Joan Rivers?
Yeah.
Well, she made a joke about it, and she was obviously referring to the conspiracy theory when she made a joke about it, but she said, Michelle Obama's transgendered, and Barack Obama's gay, and then she had some surgery and she died on the operating table, because she's old or whatever, and loads of people were like, see? She's been killed for saying that. Why hasn't Mr. Winkie Moving been killed then? Makes no sense. There's no logical sense to it. So that's the other piece of evidence. And then what was the other bit? Oh, yeah. Right. Apparently, Obama accidentally called her Michael in a speech she gave. Right. No, listen, though. Right. And here's why you would do that. Because, when you're reading off an auto cue, you're on autopilot. I do it. And sometimes a word comes up and if you're not cognizant, you might slip up. It might look like something. You might say it and be like, oh, okay, well, you don't stop and go, oh, I'm sorry, I fucked that up. What I meant, obviously, is Michelle, you know, and then carry on with the speech. You just carry on reading and hope nobody noticed it, right? But so that is it. That is the trifecta of evidence that these people use to say Michelle Obama is a man. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. It's completely fucking ridiculous. So also...
Mate. Michael along the Winkie moving. You might have got
this is what I mean. So this is what I mean, okay? So Alex Jones puts this video out. So he is now in line, this guy who wants to be considered a serious journalistic force, a guy who has got like White House press credentials or something, and he is in line with Mr. Dat Winkie moving. Him and Mr. Dat Winkie moving. So look, this video trended. This is no bullshit now. If you go to 440 in the video, it skips all the introduction and all the bullshit and stuff that I've just told you about. And go to 440. This is the title of the video. Keep in mind, the title of the video is this final proof that Michelle Obama is a man? #1 video on the web. So just press play at 440.
3, 2, 1, go.
And so you ask yourself, there's this media obsession with trannies, and Michelle keeps in public photos and videos to appear to have a very large penis in her pants. Her shoulders are wide. Her face is very, very masculine. She looks like a tranny. And so you ask yourself, are the children a beard for Obama? And, of course, Michelle Obama, or Michael Obama, as he's called her in 2 different videos. Here is some of the past photos that got people thinking. And then Joan Rivers saying, indeed, that Michelle is a tranny. And let's be clear. The media has said that I am the progenitor or the creator of this theory. I am not the creator of this theory. This has been on the internet since the campaign, since he kept calling her Michael in all these press conferences and events. How do you call your wife Michael when it's Michelle?
Men and women of the finest military in the world. Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah, Michael and I.
They've even repeated it.
Well, when Michelle's mad,
I was obviously even trying to say my wife. He meant to say wife, but he said my wife.
Miss Rivers, how are you? You made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I'm so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay.
We've blown up this video. We have enhanced this video.
We have enhanced.
Days ago,
He's gone CSI. He's gone CSI for this.
Look like a
this is how fucked in the head he is.
In her dress. It doesn't look like. It looks like a cucumber.
No, if you look here, you can clearly see that the Winkie is in fact moving.
This,
just rewind this bit. Go to
Joan Rivers, who was
go to
friends with him,
646. Just rewind to 646 and listen to what he says again. It's unreal. Yeah.
Visiting one of their daughters at college, and it doesn't look like a cell phone in her pants, in her dress. It doesn't look like. It looks like a cucumber right out of the movie Spinal Tap. So you watch this. You decide. Public figures. Joan Rivers, who was friends with them, said this and died mysteriously. And it just makes you ask, is anything we're told true anymore? Because we've watched the footage, we've blown it up. It does not appear to be manipulated or photoshopped. It appears from the video layers, with our experts looking at it, to be real. That's the only question we're asking.
Enhance.
Why did Joan Rivers die right after she questioned this? And what does this footage mean?
She had about 60 plastic surgeries and she was 70 years old.
Like, enhance. Enhance, Sam.
Enhance on Winkie.
Right, enhance.
Enhance.
This is the evidence. This is it, by the way.
It was a bit of a flop, to be fair. Like.
There you go. Ultra slow.
Ultra enhance. Flop. Flop.
Again, I want to be crystal clear here before the corporate media misrepresents this. I'm simply reporting on a massive internet phenomenon.
I'm just reporting that Michelle Obama is
bipartisanly asking questions about these bizarre videos and statements by the former president, Barack Obama.
Shut it down.
We'll cover this more tomorrow.
Jesus Christ, Sam. Have you ever fucking seen anything that retarded?
That's pretty next level.
Just lines I never thought I would hear. Just like, well, you can see for yourself. She's got what appears to be a cucumber. Out, mate. I'm fucking
In this
out.
enhanced footage, you can see she's clearly smuggling a sausage.
Hell yeah, she is smuggling plums. Oh my god, man. That trended. That was the 10th highest video. And then if you look at some of the comments as well, by the way. Some of the comments, I just got to say, if you're ever in any doubt about who InfoWars their core audience is, right? Look at the top comment, Mr. Nye. Why are there so many dislikes anyways? There is actually a large amount of evidence. Definitely not. Definitely no evidence whatsoever. Then somebody says, dislike bots bought from Soros.
That's the fucking big thing now, right now, man, on the alt-right. Not even the alt-right. I don't know what the word is for mental right. Mental right, I think it's a good one.
Classic. Oh my god. Mate. And then there's another one. Why do you liberals find this so hard to believe?
Grow up, like she's obviously got a knob.
This is how the deep state controls our politicians via blackmail. What's that going to do with anything?
What are you on about? So they planted him to have. What does that even mean?
So yeah. You know.
He called it Michael more than once. No, he didn't. Called him it Michael, and then he said Michelle.
Oh fuck me, dude. So yeah. So there's that. How are we doing for time anyway?
We're about an hour in.
Okay, good. I still got some other bits. Still got some other bits and pieces, I'm sure. Let me have a look. Because as I said, definitely just cobbled this together at the last fucking minute.
We're about hour 10 in-ish.
Oh, yeah, because obviously Twitch keeps, shut it down. We will see if this disheartens them. They're still going. Now we will sanction them. Right, let me see, because I did bookmark a bunch of fucking shit as well. There's like so much stuff going on this week with the fucking hurricane and everything else. Oh wow, actually here's some.
See what other videos Winkie Man's made if you want to see if we got some content.
Don't get me wrong, I mean he is my kind of guy, but yeah, not for me. Have you seen all of this like stuff that's been going on about Hurricane Harvey, where it's like people are like sort of saying that they don't want to help the people in Hurricane Harvey because it's a red state, like it's a red state.
What the fuck? No.
I
believe people should die for their opinions.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it for you. There was a bunch of articles. Let me see if I can find it. But basically, yeah, there was some people like who were saying, "Oh, I don't want to help the people down there in Texas because it's a red state and they voted for Trump, so fuck them." So yeah, I want to find it. Hurricane Harvey victims Trump. Let's just see. And actually, fuck, you remember Charlie Hebdo? Yeah, here we go. I'm getting in. So obviously, right, when Charlie Hebdo were the victims of that, like, again, appalling Islamist attack in Paris that saw some of their staff members killed. Everybody took up the hashtag Je suis Charlie. There was, it was pretty much, it was one of those unifying things, left or right. I think we can agree that nobody should get killed over publishing satire and criticism and just publishing anything really, But I thought this was interesting there was on the front cover of the latest edition of Charlie Hebdo. Do you know how they reacted to the Hurricane Harvey?
How?
Here's the picture of it. You won't believe this. I was like, yeah, well, just goes to show. They can do it if they want, but basically, you can see it shows a bunch of Nazis underwater drowning, and the headline is "God exists," which I think is really unreasonable because some of the counties affected voted for Hillary.
I mean, also, people who vote for Trump aren't fucking Nazis, are they?
I feel like there's just no point in saying that at this point. There really isn't.
Mental as fuck.
I thought that was a little bit, unkind, but whatever. Again, if you believe in their right to say things, then obviously they can say that too, right? So there was that. There was, but I'm gonna try and find this article where they literally said, fuck, the people. Was this it? Oh, here you go. So charitable humans. There's which is a great organization, obviously, because they're about being charitable for humans. And they literally deleted their entire sort of social media output over this. So here it was. This was the offending tweet they put out. I think here it is. You can see they said, "I just can't bring myself to even consider providing aid to any red state and let them clean up their own mess." Which was after it was announced that back when Hurricane Harvey was a Cat 4 storm, not a Cat 5 storm. So then loads of people were saying this was a disgrace. Like, how can you call yourself charitable and say something like that? And you should apologize. And then they just refused to apologize. They just wouldn't say that. Yeah, so they deleted.
But no, they do deserve to die.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? And you can see there were some other follow-up tweets here sort of justifying their stance, where they said, why? They have God and the Republican Party to help them. Red states hate handouts. Let's not offend them. It's not wise to be generous to sociopaths that will never return it in kind. Red states screwed themselves, and any state that elects a Republican needs to be incinerated. There have to be severe consequences.
People, mate.
But anyway, so they it's quite interesting because if you go to the website, which they've subsequently deleted, it was over here. It was it was part of the Give Together network. But how it used to describe itself prior to its deletion was that it was an organization that depends upon the kindness of humans and cutting-edge technology to implement innovative solutions to the world's most dire problems. And they had a fundraising thermometer graph on its homepage that showed that it was looking to raise $2.5 million to solve these problems across the board. But Hurricane Harvey didn't qualify. So they decided to get rid of that. Now, if you're like, oh, these are all fringe things, Richard, like, I'm not showing you just tweets of random people, saying this, but there was actually a cartoon as well, which I thought was just mind blowing. It's up there with Charlie Hebdo's, and you would expect an American media outlet to maybe have a little bit more sensitivity to what people were going through down in Texas, because it's a horrible thing. People have lost everything they've got, and we all know from what happened with Katrina, the insurance companies are going to be fucking browbeating these motherfuckers for forever and a day. Was it an act of God? I work with people from New Orleans, and one person that I know and I'm very friendly with told me that his family still are waiting for the payout from insurance. They've been in just legal battles nonstop. Think about that. Think about how long Katrina was. So anyway, so Politico put this cartoon out, which is really disgusting. It's just disgusting. Again, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying censor them. I'm just saying it's really disgusting and insensitive, and they definitely deserve criticism that comes their way. as a result of this. So you can see it. They did subsequently delete this tweet, and you can see here it depicts some people who I suppose are meant to be from Texas, right? And they're depicted as Confederate flag-wearing cowboys with a secede sign of the old Confederate flag on their house, when the "Don't Tread on Me" flag. And they're saying angels sent by God as a helicopter picks them up. And the rescuers are saying, actually, the Coast Guard sent by the government. The joke being that if you're from Texas and you want to secede and get away from big government and the union, you shouldn't get these. Ironically, it's the thing you want to get away from that's rescuing your life. Now, the issue with that is, again, there was many areas like you can see here, Houston and Harris County voted overwhelmingly in favor of Hillary. And somebody posted the voting results below. 54% of the total vote went to Hillary Clinton in Harris County. So portraying the victims of this storm as like Confederate flag waving, redneck secessionists is grotesque, because that's not who they are. So it makes a point, but I'm not sure it's the right point to try and make. So yeah, they did delete it, but I just thought, like, it did strike me as weird that at a time when I think most people can agree, while the media are portraying America as a fucking divided nation, and you have all these scenes from down in the people affected by Hurricane Harvey down in Houston. You got all these scenes of people coming together and helping each other out. That to me is what America's about, and that's what we should be focusing on. People are like trying to sort of denigrate the victims of this and misrepresent who they are, and I think that's appalling. That's going to create further division, right? A crisis, believe it or not, can be very healing and cathartic for a nation. People come together in times of crisis, and I think anything that sort of undermines that is kind of kind of a disgrace. But there we have it. So yeah, I thought a little bit much. Let me see as well. I got a few other things. Like I say, I bookmarked every Antifa assault. So my feed is a fucking mess, because it turns out there's lots of them. Would have known. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll I guess we'll get into some didn't happen, and we'll wrap the show up, because we'll keep it short, because I know you've got Gfinity tomorrow. You might want to sleep before. Yeah, last week, and then we can maybe do we can probably go back to 3 or 4 days a week again. But look, so Tariq Nasheed did a tweet. He did a tweet. So obviously we always talk about Tariq Nasheed. Do you want to? Should we introduce? It's a really short segment, but is it? Do you want to play Tariq Watch?
Yeah.
All right, go on, do it.
Your ass, you got to wash your ass. You got to wash your ass. Wash your ass. You got to wash your ass. You got to wash your ass. Wash it. Wash it.
Right, so Tariq Nasheed is the master of the hot take. Like, nobody fucking does a hot take like Tariq Nasheed. So he did a tweet here, right, which I think, I don't know why someone screenshotted it, because it might have been deleted. But you can see here, just have a look at this, mate. Tariq Nasheed's tweet was, the late psychiatrist Dr. Francis Cress Welsing said the gun is a symbolic equal to the black male penis in the mind of a white supremacist. And then somehow had a photo of a fat white dude with a gun strapped to him. What even is that? What even is that, mate?
I don't need no penis if I got a gun.
I mean, I haven't. He's just out of fucking control, isn't he? Like, I haven't even seen what's if he's been doing anything else. I mean, shit. He must have been going crazy over just everything that's going on. Because I know for a fact he was, fucking saying that the Mayweather-McGregor match was, a white supremacist versus a black man. It was super important Mayweather won. all this nonsense.
I mean, it's Conor McGregor, white supremacist, though.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. That's all you need to say. It's, so yeah. So yeah, and you can see because he went to Vegas to watch the fight apparently, and and he was saying random McGregor fans approached me in Vegas with their splaining. Conor did good in the early rounds, but Floyd wouldn't win in MMA. That was his tweet.
Wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stupid point to make.
I know it is, but I love people. I've literally seen people say Floyd kicked his ass in real fight as well. Like, I mean, he definitely would. He get head kicked within 3 seconds. Be real. Let's stick to our sports.
Yeah. So yeah, Tariq Nasheed was out in Vegas filming himself. Yeah. Waving a flag and annoying people and calling people white supremacists and stuff. So yeah, I might do a supercut of all of the things he said. Like Tariq Nasheed goes to the fights. That might be good. So yeah, let's do some didn't happen to close out the show. Because I did see a few good ones. And I actually got sent one, which is again just like I don't want to go too much into it, but why is it people think that you can just say this shit and then nothing to back it up and just be a hero? This was on Funny or Die, right? And this guy just fucking put this up. There's nothing to substantiate it whatsoever. It's just a Facebook post by a guy called Michael Rich, and he was like, I don't usually post stuff like this, but I'm literally so shocked right now. On my way home from work late tonight on the Red Line, it was just me and a woman wearing a hijab in our car, and all of a sudden at one stop this guy gets on and then comes over and starts yelling right in her face stuff like Trump, get out of our country and go back to Iraq where you belong. We don't want terrorists here. Build the wall, and other hateful stuff like that. He kept going on and on for a solid 15 minutes before she finally had enough and ran out of the train. I mean, just ran off the train, or did it stop or whatever? The whole time I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? I'm still trying to
do something, and you fucking rat.
Yeah, I'm still trying to process what I witnessed. So much for this country being the land of the free, and so much for Boston being a tolerant city. I just can't even put into words how disgusted and upset I am right now. Do better, Boston, and do better, America. I mean, there's so many things wrong with this post. First of all, like in a time when everybody has recording devices, sound recording devices, film recording devices, there's CCTV, there's on public transport, everything's fucking monitored. Nobody else. How convenient is just you and her.
How often does something shit like this go down anymore that doesn't get recorded? Everyone's got a camera on them all the time.
And that's what I mean. I'm not saying things like this never happen. I'm saying that when things like this do happen, people record to protect themselves legally.
Especially if he's going for 15 minutes.
And it's the most retarded, nondescript story. Like, it's so vague and weird. It is basically woman with hijab gets verbally abused by a guy who came on a train, but he did it for like 15 minutes, and I did nothing. And it's like, yeah, you're not really... You have to understand, if you don't challenge negative behavior, you're part of the problem, right? And everyone's like going, look, well said, Michael, well said. Well, no, hang on, fuck well said.
Said that when it's happening, you fucking... Yeah. Cuck.
Yeah, actually get up and do something about it. Like, put it this way: if I see somebody being racially fucking abused, I'm gonna fucking get up and I'm gonna do something about it. I'm gonna fucking say something about it. I'm gonna say it's not okay. I'm gonna fucking, that's what we do. You gotta look out for your fellow man, right? And yeah, it might escalate, but a lot of people who do shit like that are fucking cowards.
Yeah, and if it escalates, now you've got 2-on-1 at least. So fuck it. Odds are on you.
It's pretty pathetic, like. And then, of course, it ends with the faith in humanity restored. Not at all, in fact.
Nah.
Man lies in a Facebook post to get hero points while inadvertently telling a story that makes him look like a fucking bitch.
Faith in humanity destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. So that definitely didn't happen. I think we can safely say that. There was a couple on... hang on, I gotta find this. There was a couple on That Happened I saw, and there was one where it was just fucking ridiculous. Hang on. Oh, where was it? There was one about money. It was unreal. I gotta find it. Sorry, I didn't plan this. As I said,
That
wasn't
Winkie's moving.
Yeah, the
that
Winkie.
Winkie's moving.
I mean, that was a retarded one. Where was it though?
That's a Winkie.
Hang on, kids. No, that's the one about weed. Women shamed, dabbing, sausage pizza. Fuck, where was it? There was basically, it was a guy who said that somebody came up and asked him how much money he got paid. And he, hang on, I gotta find it. Fuck, I'm sure it's on my laptop. It's too retarded to not show the actual. Like, seriously, is this it? Here it is. I got it. Right. Who posts things like this? Like, straight up, like, how fucked in the head do you have to be, right? Like, so here it is. And how unreasonable is this? I thought of you immediately, Sam. Somebody asked me how much I make the other day. I smiled, reached in my pocket, pulled out a stack of $100 bills and threw it in their face. Right?
100% didn't happen.
And said, "None of your business, lol."
Lol.
Lol. Who would do that?
I was just kind of Floyd Mayweather, like throwing hundreds in people's face.
How fucking retarded is that to even say it? Like, how much money do you make? Bosh. Like, 2 fucking grand. $2,000 in your face. Now fuck off. That's how much. No, fuck off. Can you imagine? Like, if anybody ever did that? Like,
yeah, no.
It's unreasonable. Like, I remember someone took a swing at a footballer I won't name. But when I used to live up in Middlesbrough, we used to drink in this bar called the Corner House. I think it changed and it was like called Sumo. After that, I think it was like a rock club for a bit, and then I think it got shut down. Anyway, there was a professional football player who played for Middlesbrough there, and he was at the bar, and he was like just burning like £50 notes in front of people, like straight, like just saying, look at me, look at me. He got a dig. Someone just gave him a fucking dig. Of course you do. That kind of opulent, you don't fucking do that to people, do you? So the idea that like you post that on your own fucking Facebook page. Like, just, hey, look, how much money do you make? So I just demeaned him, like, throwing
So I just took away all his humanity with one slap of cash.
So it's just unreasonable. Like, there was another one as well I wanted to see. Where was it? Like, this was retarded, but you see, they tried to go the extra mile by including a bit of evidence. So I'm always into this when they do that, right? But, like, what are they trying to say about their kids, right? So, look, this was on a Facebook page called Love What Matters, Faith, right? Faith in God, right? So this is a religious didn't happen. I mean, all of religion is didn't happen, obviously. Yeah, but this is a subsection of didn't happen. So he goes, I have $20 to my name right now. Bills are paid and food is bought, but there wasn't much left over this week. That's okay. Then on the way home from grocery shopping today, my kids begged for ice cream. They begged. They cried real tears. All the drama. I said no. I'm short on money and I might need that $20 before payday. We have plenty of good food at home. We don't need to stop at the ice cream store. I heard little sighs from the back seat. And then, God, we'd really love some ice cream. Right, keep it together. Is there any way you can give mommy some money so we can get some ice cream tonight? We know you can. Thank you. Now, keep in mind, right, like, again, the idea of prayer has always struck me as especially retarded.
I mean, God doesn't save dying kids with fucking cancer. He's not going to give you ice cream, is he? As if that would even ever fit into the schedule ever, like.
And I hate people who advocate for prayer because it's like, what about all the people who prayed and got fucked over? You know, like what? obvious. You know, what are we saying? Is it like Jim will fix it? You know, you you write your letter in, and you know if you get picked out the fucking prayer tombola. Sorry, Jimmy, that tumor's gonna eat your brain, but little Jenny wants some ice cream, so well, fuck it. You know, it's a system. You got to have a system. Anyway. We know you can. Thank you. Oh, good grief. Guys, I said, God isn't going to drop money on our doorstep so you two can get ice cream. He's busy right now with natural disasters. Right? Causing them, of course.
Causing them and killing everyone who dies in them.
Yeah. I can't, if you believe in God being the omnipotent being that controls everything, he is busy right now with natural disasters. Straight wrecking cunts. They're not getting
straight Harveying right now, spinning around, just fucking smashing people on the way through.
You know what I mean? They're not getting ice cream down in Harvey. They're getting all of their possessions destroyed. Like, it's all part of God's plan, of course, though. Right? Nope, Josh said. God said you'll have plenty of money for ice cream and to give some to the natural disaster people. Josh, it doesn't work that way. I started, and then I gave up. And then we got home. Hang on, someone sent me a link there. I'm gonna watch that in a minute. And on my doorstep was the mail. Look at the build up here. Look at the build up to this. This is classic dramatic writing. Ridley Scott should fucking pay attention to this. And on my doorstep was the mail. And in the mail was an envelope. I mean, obviously, like, well.
What?
An envelope? Like, I mean, like, you know, come on. And in the envelope was a check for $123. Definitely not the first three numbers I mashed on my keypad, 1, 2, 3. From an overpayment on a student loan I paid off in 2007, exactly 10 years ago. Because, again, this is the most unimaginative story I've ever told. All the numbers are perfect and round up and everything. The kids were not surprised. God was not surprised. How do you know?
Yeah, did you ask him, did you? Yeah, saw that coming a mile off, me.
They got ice
cream. I see everything coming a mile off, obviously, because I do it. God's never surprised, is he? What do you mean?
Omniscient, of course he wasn't. They got ice cream. The Red Cross got a donation. And Mom, she's now talking about herself in the third person. And Mom remembered yet again what it means to have the faith of a child. Hashtag love what matters. And look, see, there's a scan of the $123, right? So now, I mean, this is conclusive proof that God exists, Sam. This is it.
Because the kid's got ice cream, like. That kid still died of fucking bone cancer, though, didn't he? Little Timmy, like, so. You know, you win some, you lose some.
The best thing, there's a reply below, and it just buckled me. Like, I was laughing about this for like 5 minutes before I come on the show. Like, just fucking, what is this? If your kids could pray to make us stop having bats.
Imagine how fucking shit their life must be with these bats if they're asking random people on Facebook to pray them away. Please get rid of these motherfucking bats.
Please, almighty children, make the bats go away. Oh, fuck. If your kids could pray to make us stop having bats get in our house somehow, I'd be grateful. Have a huge fear. We've had 3 in the last 6 nights. I know there are those suffering so much more than me right now, but I'm close to a nervous breakdown.
Sorry, mate. My kids only do ice cream related wishes.
Yeah, we already do ice cream miracles.
I can get anyone backed in the shape of ice cream that might ward them off.
Oh, fuck me, dude. What is that? Like, how those bats must be straight wrecking that person. Like, he's gone
Can you
please? Please stop.
That's what I mean, mate. It must be occupying her entire life. She's just boasting on a random post. Can you please help me with bats?
Imagine being so desperate to get some bats out your house
That's
that
what I
you
mean.
don't hire. You do not hire a fucking, like, exterminator or whatever. You go on to a Facebook page about God.
I need Jesus. This shit's too real. I need Jesus.
Jesus, I can't afford the exterminator. Go to a fucking Facebook page, right? And then you're just browsing the Facebook page looking for, oh, Jesus, was there anything in the Bible about getting rid of bats or something? Like, and then you just happen upon a story where kids prayed for ice cream.
I beg, please beg for no bats. Pray for no bats. Oh, please.
Oh my God, like, I was fucking wrecked, man. Oh, right, that's how you end the show. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Ah, fuck.
Please stop having bats. He must be fucking mentally broken, mate. I bet she's like a shitting dog in that house, just shaking, waiting for bats to come in. Oh, before you were a bat. Fuck your life, man.
Oh,
fuck your entire life.
Right, so did we get any fucking tweets at us about like t-shirts and shit recently?
Oh yeah, we've had loads. We haven't gone through them in ages.
We should do one now. We'll end the show like that while we fucking
dig some.
gather ourselves like fucking hell. Oh, that's buckle me that as the fucking bat.
Pray for no bats. I just can't handle it anymore, but can you please help me out? I just can't deal with it. Imagine
the fucking bats, man.
I can't even remember what was the last. Oh wait, I do remember the last one we showed. It was a guy drinking vodka with a fucking bong in the background, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, did we do them on the last show?
No, we haven't done them in ages.
Go on then. You just bring them up, mate.
Right, fuck.
Oh, fucking hell. The fucking bats, mate.
Take it off. I can't.
Yeah.
There's so many. Right, here we go.
Oh, got a ton, have we?
Well, yeah, we haven't done it in a month, basically, so here you go.
Alright, well. These are all the people who bought fucking merchandise.
There we go. Peter A. Clark, thank you very much. I'm going to go for Bipolar Roo, who's a guy who supports our work all the time. He's always in the Discord.
Yeah, he's not a mod yet, but maybe one day.
One day.
I think we can bump Bipolar Roo up, like, I think.
There we go. Bipolar Roo. Who else we got? Hunter Lewis, also known as Youngblood ya boy.
Reasonable,
There we
man.
go. Stay out here, Youngblood. Stay out here, mine. Gambler. Maple flavoured love from Canada, you cunts. Rocking that
Alright, mate, calm down.
T-shirt. Nice guy.
Maple flavored love from Canada. He's got again. He's cool. You see, he's got the fucking, he's got the glasses and the other one.
The hand rolled cig.
I'm cigarette.
Yeah,
100% cigarette though.
Levon Messervy. I don't even know. I can't read. Levon Messervy. Right, with his dog. Oh, look at his dog bit. He's ready. He needs a shirt. We need to come up with a dog shirt or something. Wrap him in. Dust Murray bought a cup. Nice guy.
Good. I'll love a bit of dust over it.
Moret, as we like to call him.
Yeah, Sweaty Moretti.
Sweaty
Moretti, as we call him.
Tony Hawk, like. We got G-Bus with a mad beard and a Didn't Happen hoodie. Cheers, bud.
Just been doing good work out at DreamHack, by the way. So all the people who haven't been watching CS, go check that out. Yep, nice. That is a fucking mad beard, isn't it? That cunt should be fucking putting up a barn somewhere. Shouldn't it? You know what I mean?
This is the one. A guy ordered a shirt and the colour was already faded, but DreamHack, Designed by Humans, already fixed it. So there you go, nice guy. Cartridge eater. And then we've got Malkaz Yakali.
Not bad. Good name.
With a Brain Power t-shirt. Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one about Cartridge. Yeah, he got wrecked on that t-shirt, didn't he? But the human, what are they called again?
Yeah, Designed by Humans. They tweeted
Designed by
saying
Humans.
send us the order number, so they should have shorted it out.
Yeah, they fixed him right up, like.
Fixed him out right, smart.
I like that ink too. That's good.
Right, we're almost there. Adam Lindsay, who's actually one of the guys who won one of the free t-shirts, got his finally.
Yeah.
There you go. And Lindsay, as well as North, got his, but he didn't send me a picture because he's a rat.
Yeah, fucking North. But nice.
Ollie, almost there. Ollie with a Didn't Happen shirt. Oh, whoops. And I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, look, thanks to all the people who bought fucking merchandise. Now more than ever, the merchandise money is what's offsetting the fucking money we would have made on YouTube. I mean, and we know a lot of people have bought a lot of fucking gear, and we do really appreciate it. I think we've gone past, like, was it 600 units or something?
Have we? I don't know, actually. I haven't checked in a while. I couldn't check.
I think it's pretty big.
That's large. Because when we first did it, I didn't expect to sell over, like, what, 200?
I mean,
what my high-end expectation.
Well, yeah, when was the last time we checked? We went past 400, like a month ago, I think.
I can check now.
Yeah.
Total sales, all time. Total, we've sold 400 units.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, 400 units. So we have gone past the 400. So that's
still good. Still way more than I expected.
Still fucking way more than we ever expected with the t-shirts and stuff. So we are going to commission another design. We're going to get the Grow the Fuck Up t-shirt. I know I keep talking about it. I am going to do it. So yeah, we're gonna get that done. And when that comes out, no doubt people will want to fucking buy that as well, because that's going to be a real funny fucking t-shirt. And Designed by Humans, they've been putting stuff out there, like new designs and stuff on our old gear, new types of different cut on the t-shirt and stuff. So it's been a real good deal for us. It's worked out. It's been a good partnership. They're good people. So thanks a lot to them for even suggesting it, because we know we're not the biggest fucking show in town. And usually they go out and pitch to bigger people than us, but they came to us because they felt our fan base.
Yeah, they even, sorry to step in, but he even messaged me. He was like, yo, we're really surprised about how well it's doing. Like, you've actually done super well. So, like, we wrecked some of the people with even bigger audience than us. Too hardcore from it.
So that's what we love about our hardcore audience. And, maybe we'll get a bat t-shirt. Knocked up. Pray.
Please get rid of the bats.
So look, Sam's going to be away tomorrow, back to GFIN, but I got one more day before I fly out to PAX. I fly out on Saturday. So yeah, I'm going to do a show probably by myself. I don't know when that'll be, and I'm going to record a few videos to release while I'm at PAX. I'm also going to ask if it's okay for me to live stream my PAX talk, which of course that mentally ill guy won't watch, but it'll be on here anyway, so he wouldn't support it. And that's that. So look, it was nice to do a fucking show again, obviously. And even though we had some more Twitch problems, we got there in the end. Got our viewership up to where it should be at. Hundreds of you getting the gospel about the vampires and the bats and Michelle Obama and everything else. That we just like to bring you the straight news. There's 12 dimensions. You can go look this up and that. And then this is why they're saying it's a hologram. So it's been a good show. Lots of fun.
So look, Patreon goal as well. Did mention that yet, do we?
Oh yeah. For the BTN by the numbers return, we've hit the Patreon goal, so we are going to bring that show back. That's happening. That's all official now. And then once we get that show up and running, we are going to start a Patreon for this. And again, it's going to be completely optional. It's not going to have any targets or anything like that. It's just going to be a way for you guys to chip in as and when you can. And again, if we can get it to a period where it becomes self-sustaining and Sam doesn't have to take extra gigs to basically live, because that green doesn't buy itself, we will be able to do the show more regularly. You'll all remember that period where we were doing it 5 days a week. We'll be able to get back to that kind of schedule, and that's what we want, because that's where we think the growth is in, and that's where we think that what the audience wants as well. So yeah, there we are. That's all the important stuff. I'll let you guys go on about the rest of your day. Sam, do you have any final thoughts, mate?
Stay true.
Stay true. Stay woke. All right. Well, I'll catch you tomorrow. Sam won't. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, donated, etc. Until I see you tomorrow, take care of yourselves. Bye.